On today's show, we're going to ask the question, can the power of your thoughts shape your reality? Well, Dr. Wayne Dyer thought so, and we're going to be talking all about him on today's episode of Back to Paranormal. Well. Welcome back to our show, Back to Paranormal. My name is Brian Mitchell, and I am here with my beautiful co-host. She's absolutely gorgeous.
Hello.
I love her. She's
love
amazing.
You. I love you.
Yeah, so it's Marjorie. So Marjorie, how you doing today?
But see, this is just it.
Yeah.
I'm just a reflection of what you're giving me.
Yes.
Okay, and that is what gives me the beauty.
And you're giving me a lot. So anyway,
thank you, honey.
Thank you. So anyway,
hi everyone.
Hi.
Yeah.
How was everybody's week? How was your week?
Hot.
It was hot. Yeah, we're in the middle of summer here, and it's winding down though. And
yes, it has been. But I'm starting to think. I don't know. I'm starting to think maybe Nova Scotia.
Oh, really?
I am. I've been looking at houses.
I
can't help it.
Well, there you go.
I was not genetically constructed for
heat.
The heat. No.
Okay, I gotcha.
But I'm here.
Well, good thing you don't live in in Arizona, or
you know, as beautiful as it is there, it's definitely not the place for Marjorie.
Death Valley.
Death Valley. Yes.
Sorry. Anyway, well, we are here, and today we're going to be talking on...
this is a very interesting topic.
It is a very interesting topic.
Interesting.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You and I have talked about this for a long time.
Yes.
Like a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a lot of things that Dr. Wayne Dyer believes that have been beliefs of mine since I was a small child.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of fun, you know, to hear this famous guy say things in his talks that I was saying out loud when I was really little.
Now, you said you're going to ask me this question: who was Wayne Dyer?
Yes.
And I will tell you. So, if you don't know who he is, he's a basically a self-help guru. He started off as a guidance counselor in a high school. He eventually became a professor of psychology, and he taught at St. John's University. And while he was there, he was a very popular professor. And his ideas about things were actually put into a book called Your Erroneous Zones. And that book went out, and it's one of the highest selling books of all time. It sold over 100 million copies.
Oh, my
estimated,
word.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it is one of the most popular books. And he wrote like another 40 plus before he passed away at the age of 75. But he eventually went from that to more spiritual stuff. And he really believed that your thoughts, your intentions, your feelings about things, you can actually make that manifest into good for your life. Mm-hmm. And that's actually something that has been taught by a lot of New Age people.
Not just good for your life, but good for the lives of the people around you and the people who share this world with us.
That's right. And so he, like I said, he believed that your thoughts, if you had thoughts about something that you wanted to do, whether it's good or bad, it didn't matter. You can manifest them, and just by the power of belief. Mm-hmm. So he got very spiritual later in life. And he truly believed that love was the thing that motivated everything in the universe. So we're gonna talk.
It certainly ought to.
It should.
Well, you know what I would like to manifest right now with my thoughts?
What would you like to manifest?
And also with my left hand here. A sip of Cabernet Sauvignon.
Now, okay, so
See, now here's the deal.
Yeah.
Now, when you and I do a show and it's like very specific, then I will concoct some kind of a beverage, some kind of a special cocktail or what have you,
like the world famous
Ghost in the Grave. Oh, the world famous heat advisory.
Heat advisory, yes.
Sorry about that, guys.
People have been talking about that ever since you mentioned it.
I know. I'm really. I don't think we'll do that. We won't do that to you again. But the Ghost in the Graveyard, the Hemingway drink. The near-death experience. That one.
Right.
But when there really isn't like a beverage that pertains, so sometimes I will just go to our go-to, like crack open a beer or our red wine or what have you. And so tonight it's a Cab Sav. Let's boop.
Oh.
3, 2, 1,
Here
and
we go. Ooh.
Boop, my love.
Thank you for the countdown. I know somebody appreciates it.
I do. I do too.
Okay, here we go.
Ooh, warm, comforting.
Mm-hmm. Flavorful. Mm-hmm. Body.
Yeah, body.
Yeah.
Cocoon.
Who makes that one?
I don't know.
Oh.
I didn't look at the thing.
Boone's Farm.
Boone's Farm.
No, it's not.
I have to say, I went to the wine shop, and I picked out some things, and I didn't realize that the new wine store down the road, they have the most extensive bourbon collection that I've seen in a very long time.
Oh, really?
You're lucky that I didn't go that route. Not after the day in the sun that I had.
See, I like a good scotch once in a while. Yeah.
I know, but I know you love a good scotch, and scotch is wonderful because it's from Scotland, but I'm American, and I like that bourbon.
Okay.
Once in a blue moon. But anyway, okay, so back to Dr. Wayne Dyer.
Yes, back to him. Mm-hmm. So anyway, he did believe in the power of thought and the power of love, and he believed in all different positive things. And we watched a couple of different things with him, and I've read some things up on him. And so he died not too long ago in basically the mid 2010s. Mm-hmm. And he was 75 years old. But he believed in the power of thoughts and healing. He believed in the power of thoughts and manifesting things to happen in your life. Just a lot of wonderful stuff about just focus, energy, staying positive, and he believed that would help you in your life. And so a lot of people really liked him, like Oprah Winfrey was one, and he was
Deepak Chopra was a good friend of his.
He was a good friend, yeah. So, what did you get out of watching some of this stuff? Was there anything?
Honestly, I think so much of it. Okay, because a lot of it resonated with me. A lot of it was kind of a new, like, okay, that's an interesting way of looking at it. And he has a lot of several tenets. He has a top 10 tenet list, which I will read to you all in a moment. But the thing that I think really spoke to me and moved me about this gentleman was he had an absentee father who's in his absenteeness and stints in prison and things like that really affected this young boy's life. Mm-hmm. He went from foster home to foster home, and
the father basically abandoned the family. And that's why he ended up in a foster home.
And he was really just bad news.
Mm-hmm.
And when he passed away, Dr. Dyer drove all the way down to Biloxi, to his grave site, and was just full of rage and anger and venom.
Right.
And had every intention of doing something really unspeakable to the grave. Yes. We don't know what that was.
We can only imagine what that could be.
We can only imagine just really, really bad.
Right.
And he was there just sort of masticating on this hideous plan for his late father's grave for 2 hours, maybe even more.
Yeah.
And he didn't do what he had planned to do.
Right.
And he started walking back to his car, and suddenly he was filled with this sense of love.
And forgiveness.
And forgiveness.
Yeah.
It just was completely overwhelming him. And I believe that it came from some other place.
Yeah, he believed that.
Otherworldly place. Because
he said that there were a lot of different things. He said mystical, but there are a lot of things that led him up to that. And then when he was about to leave, he actually walked back to the grave and he forgave his father and he sent him love. And it was, I believe that was life-changing for him, because he said that up until that time, he was a man full of rage. He was, I think, in his early 30s. I think that's what he said, or late 20s, when he didn't find out his father passed away for like 10 years. So when he found out, he went to the graveside.
he had an axe to grind.
He did, but it was a great forgiveness for him, and he had been trying to write, and he had been trying to do a lot of different things, and his life just was not working for him. And once he forgave his father, then all of a sudden he found he could write. He found he could, things in his other parts of his life started like.
Well, I think that's because it flipped. So.
This wine is good, by the way.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So he stopped saying, like, well, what did I ever get? What's in it for me? Because the love filled all those voids that were within him.
Right.
He no longer needed to pose those questions.
Right.
And he started thinking about, well, now I'm so full of forgiveness and love and clarity. What can I give?
Right.
And when that is what you put out to, as they say, the universe, but I mean, it doesn't have to be even so grandiose as that. It could just be your immediate neighbor, your loved ones, once that starts a chain reaction of giving towards you, which I really think is just absolutely fascinating. And it really does make sense.
I've heard that from other people, by the way. I've heard that from other people who've had like a near-death experience or whatever. And, they've had a life-changing spiritual experience. And what comes with that is basically their whole life they've been trying to make money, or everything has been about them. And once they started doing it differently, meaning giving back, that's when their life actually started opening up and becoming something that they truly enjoyed. And then the money came and stuff like that. Yeah, it's interesting.
And he says when you change the way you see things, the things you see will change.
Interesting, right? He had some really good philosophies about things, and I just found that quite refreshing with him. Yeah.
But I do have an appreciation for those otherworldly, out of body moments, the people who experience an enlightenment such as this, where all of a sudden they're just struck with a notion or a feeling, or like in my instance, it was a gust of wind that wasn't really there, where you realize, this is what has to happen.
Yeah.
And the conviction is just unwavering.
That gust of wind that people describe, that I've heard other stories like that where people have felt that, and there's no way that could have happened. You know, the
Right.
AC isn't on. There's no, and right at that moment they felt God. Mm-hmm. They felt the Holy Spirit, or they felt the universe, or whatever people call it. I call it God. I call it the Holy Spirit. But
There are a lot of
stories like
Christian
that.
martyrs who have had that wind
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
that have filled them, and then there's this pivot. There's this pivot in their physical life,
Right.
but it was instigated by something that is not of this physical realm.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then suddenly everything just turns on a dime, which
Yeah.
I just think is absolutely fascinating.
It is fascinating.
Another thing about him that I thought was absolutely riveting were his talks with an entity who goes by the name of Abraham, as channeled through a very good friend of his, and her name is Esther Hicks.
Yes.
And
No, Esther Hicks is basically she's basically channeling this entity who is supposed to represent consciousness.
the source.
Yes. And so she is able to do that, and it's I believe in mediums. I've always had a hard time with channelers. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why. I don't know if that's because it just seems like it's.
I think none of us want to feel like we're getting taken for a ride.
Right.
You know, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And I get that. And there
Yeah.
are charlatans out there who, if you believe in enough of these things, that they will prey upon that openness.
Yes, but he believed in Esther Hicks and Abraham. Yeah.
I didn't think when you started to reveal this to me, I didn't think that I was going to.
You were skeptical too, right?
I know, but then when I saw what I saw, I was the swiftness within his responses through this woman's body and through her language, and the accuracy, and it was really
breathtaking.
Yeah.
You know, you can be a really good actor, but the answers that she was giving somehow hit home, and it wasn't like she had to really think about it. You know, they were carefully formulated answers without so much of like a pause.
A liar, usually, when they lie once, they have to lie multiple times. Mm-hmm. And you have a lot to cover up. Eventually, something will slip.
Yeah.
You know, like in The Usual Suspects, I don't know if you all have ever seen this movie, but in The Usual Suspects, when Kevin Spacey / Kaiser Sose character who is spinning this long yarn, and he's telling this very, very long, tall tale to the head lead detective on the case, and he reads the name Kobayashi from the bottom of the detective's teacup or coffee mug or whatever it is, and then suddenly, very long after he's gone through his interrogation, the detective looks and he sees the name, and it all comes together.
Right.
But it's that one little thing where he slipped up.
Right.
That one little thing which was the tell, as they say, like in I guess card games.
So you were looking for the tell.
Mm-hmm. Looking for the tell.
Yeah.
Not one time, but usually a liar with this intricate a web of remarks and answers and responses and questions and statements and this and that. There is going to be a slip up. Not one time with her.
Not at all. And he was sitting across from her, And it was actually long. It was
several sessions long.
It was several sessions long. Yeah,
exhausting.
which is like, if you're going to be doing something like this, I don't think you would subject yourself to that.
No.
If you were, no, because every word that comes out of your mouth can be the tell.
The trip up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So anyway,
so basically, in these conversations, it's a woman, Esther Hicks, who's channeling the source consciousness, aka
Abraham. Yes.
God.
Yes.
All right. Or the collective consciousness that is communicating on the behalf of the creator.
Okay. There you go.
Okay. Yep. So that I don't,
Yeah. We don't want to slight anybody.
We don't want to slight anybody. Appease that we would. This is an all-inclusive episode.
That's right. That's right.
It's for Taoists, to Jews, to Christians, to everybody.
Yeah.
And having these conversations. The answer is, look, we love you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
We love you. We want you to operate on a higher level. But in order for you to do that, like, we are sending you these vibrations of positivity and love and encouragement and live your absolute best life. But in order for you to glean the benefit of what we're sending you, you have to tune in. You can't listen to rock and roll when you're tuned into WQXR.
Right.
You have to be connected to the right channels. You have to be connected to the right vibrations.
That's right.
And that means when you wake up every morning, you have to plug in your spirit.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Plug into those higher vibrations.
Plug into There are a lot now. There is belief, and I believe Wayne Dyer was part of that. It was basically, if you kept thinking of negative things, like, oh my God, this is, this could happen to me today, and you keep thinking of bad stuff that could possibly go wrong, or you're fearful that you're going to go out and you're going to get hit by a truck or something like that, and you keep thinking those things, you can actually manifest those things to happen just by the power of your thought, because the thinking here is that your vibration. Now, this may sound kind of weird to a lot of people. I happen to believe in this, and I believed in this before I heard all this other stuff. Okay? I think your intention, what you believe, what you want, and what you feel in your heart, if you really truly desire something and love to have this thing, whether it's a house in the country or this job or whatever, if you have this intention, you totally believe that you will have that. The belief is you will get that. But the opposite is true. If you keep thinking of something bad is going to happen, like you're going to lose your money, or it could be whatever you interpret to be bad. If you keep thinking about it, it's somehow going to happen. And so that's why it's important to keep your thought. You're in control of your thoughts. And so if you focus on those thoughts, you focus on those good feelings, those good vibes, because we talk about those good vibes. It's basically vibration. But if you think about those good vibes and you keep just generating good thoughts toward that, somehow that will manifest in your life. And I believe that Wayne Dyer believed that. I think there's a lot of these New Age thinkers that believe that. And it goes back to people like Neville Goddard, who there are books that he wrote that if you can feel it, and you feel if you can think about it and you can feel it, that something is going, like you're going to go on a cruise, and you feel that, you feel the joy of doing that, you keep that intention, it will manifest. it will happen. And I think Wayne Dyer was of that thought, you know. So it's kind of interesting. I think if people will say, well, does that mean if I think of a bacon egg cheese sandwich and I keep thinking about it and thinking about it, that it's going to like boom, it's going to manifest in front of me? Well, it may not manifest in front of you like a magic trick, but something may happen where if you keep thinking about it, maybe a friend will bring one over to you, you know? And so that could very possibly happen. You know, I'm gonna tell you a little story, and I think I've said this on another show. Okay, so but I'm just gonna tell it again. There was one day I would teach animation, and I was teaching it for a while, cartooning and animation. And I came in on a Saturday, and I was like, oh God, I'm going to be here for the whole day. It's like 8 to 4 o'clock. And I normally pick up a cup of coffee on the way in to the classroom. Mm-hmm. And so this wasn't recent. This was a while ago. But I was like, oh, crap. It's like I didn't get any coffee. I don't have any coffee here and stuff like that. So I was
doomed.
I was doomed.
Coffeeless.
So anyway, I kept thinking, I hope that somebody brings me a cup of coffee. Ever tell you about this? Did I ever say this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I've heard.
Anyway, the first person that came into the classroom, had a cup of coffee for me. But it didn't stop there. Throughout the whole day, I mean, I had another cup of coffee. Somebody else brought a cup of coffee in the morning. In the next session, somebody brought me a cup of coffee. I would say
nice students, very thoughtful, very kind.
Yeah, by the time like 2, 3 o'clock came in, I had like
you
7
were
cups.
shaking, quaking like a leaf. 7
big cups of coffee, and I felt bad because it was like I didn't really want to drink 7, but I was like, well, they're bringing it in. They're nice enough to bring it in. I'm going to have it. And so I got my wish. I really wanted that to happen, and it happened in a big way. That was the only time that ever happened.
That's fascinating.
It is fascinating, but it's one of those reasons why I believe that does happen. Mm-hmm. If you really want something bad enough and you feel it, and for me, it was like I was tasting it, imagining tasting it before I actually got it, but it's just that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I think you can somehow make that happen for you. You send that out by your thoughts, and people are receptive and they're sympathetic. People will actually respond without you actually saying anything. So how do you feel about that? You believe in it?
Yes, I do, but I would rather not hinge it on like the material gains. Like even I'm so glad you got coffee.
Thank you so much.
That day, and as much as I love, my goodness, I would love the quail's egg. Yes. Diamond, but I really don't think as much as I dream about it, it's just going to show up on my hand.
Okay, this is well.
So, it will one day. I know that
it's going to happen one day. But
I know.
But the thing is, now this is the thing.
But that is not where I put. That is not the value of his philosophy. That's not where I place the value of his philosophies. The thing that I take from him the most is when he says, when we're here in this physical world, if you can get to that place where you see the love of God unfold in every single thing and every single person that you see, heaven on earth. That is where happiness is manifested. When you can see that.
Yes. Okay.
And that is how I choose to go about my day to day.
Right.
Right. And you just need to believe it in order to see it. And I think so many people, they wake up in the morning and they go about their day and they're just ready for something to happen, and they're ready to be offended. And like my friend today.
Yeah. How many, I'm asking the audience. I'm asking you too.
Okay, ask me. I'm right here. I'm crying out
Well,
loud.
I'm asking you, but I'm going to ask the audience. How many times have you gotten up out of bed and it's like you got up on the wrong side of the bed? You've heard that expression, right? So you get up.
I never get up on the wrong side of the bed.
Okay, well, that's great. But there are people who have.
If I'm on the wrong side of the bed, I don't get up. I wait for you to bring me a yummy cup of coffee, and then I'm ready to face the day.
Then you're ready to face the day. But I can tell you there are people out there that will get up and something will happen in the morning. Oh, great. What else? And the first thing they're going to say, what else is going to go wrong? Because that's the way
they're asking.
They're asking for it.
And
so
you're fixing to get screwed. That's what you
That's right. And what happens? Something else goes wrong.
Something else goes wrong.
And then something else goes wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And then the thing, and this is the thing, right? They start to think, oh my God, this is the worst day ever. And you are projecting that. Mm-hmm. Your thoughts are projecting that. So whatever you do, doesn't matter. It's going to match up to those thoughts. And I'll tell you, there are people out there that has happened to. They get home, they get a really bad headache at the end of the day. They go home, they just want to lie down and go to sleep
or pick a fight.
Yes.
And I'm not trying to. This is funny because I don't want to pick on my beautiful mother, but she does lose a lot of things, and she loses a lot of like really valuable things. And yeah, and I remember when I was growing up, and she would lose something, and she would be like, and then she would find it.
Yeah.
If she was lucky, she'd find it. Mm-hmm. And she'd be like, finally, she found it. Like, thank goodness, right?
Right.
Instead of being like, oh, I'm so grateful, a sigh of relief. Right. She would be like, of course, it was the last place I looked. Right. She would say that all the time.
Right.
Like, literally just like that.
Which is it's a negative.
It was negative.
Yeah.
And finally, I got to an age where I was like, of course it was the last place you look. Who keeps looking for something after they found it, for the love of God?
Right. It's always going to be the last place they looked. Yeah.
And then I suddenly started to be like, when she would say that, I realized you found the thing that you lost that you were so upset. And then the good Lord saw fit to put it back in your life, and you're still unhappy.
Yeah.
And I started to see, I'm like, okay, I get it.
There's a
You've
pattern
made a
here.
Decision. Yeah. Exactly. Mm-hmm. And that so valuable thing that you lost must not have been of such a great value to you, And so I started to look. We all lose things. I know. I have in the past, for sure.
Everybody.
We're all human. Yeah. We're all flawed.
You misplaced
but
stuff.
The decision to persist in the negative, and I was like, this is why this keeps happening.
Yeah.
And it keeps happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I believe it's a real thing.
Yeah. I do not wish to make an example of my lovely mother. I just it's the closest example I have to hand to offer.
No, it makes sense
because it's over and over like all the time.
Yeah, there's even this thought that the words don't, no, not, and you put it in front of other words, and basically you're giving an intention by what you're saying. So let's say, I hope I don't lose my wallet today, or something like that. You're putting the intention on. It's a negative. Instead of just saying, I just hope it's a wonderful day. But even saying, I hope it's a wonderful day is putting a negative to it.
It is a wonderful day.
Well, that's what you should say. It is a wonderful day today. You know, or it's a sunny day. I mean, once you start putting words in front of things, you know, no, not, don't, in front of like, don't take that piece of candy. You know, it's a negative. Instead of saying, here's a delicious piece of fruit, when you're talking to a child. So you're trying to accentuate the positive, right? And not the negative.
Understood.
So when you put the intention on the negative, it's basically that will be, what am I saying?
Okay, so in order to live, I read you.
Yeah, does the audience read me?
I'm certain they do.
Yeah.
In order to kind of think a little bit further about these self-elevating philosophies that have been put forth, not necessarily invented by, but that we're using Dr. Wayne Dyer's sort of philosophies and tenets for a good life.
Right.
As an example. So he had basically like 10 kind of top things that will help you get in this physical life to a place where it is like living in heaven on earth.
Oh, that sounds great. Well, I would love to hear it.
Okay.
So what? Okay,
it does sound great.
Should I do the drum roll?
Oh,
not quite a drum roll.
Okay, but I'll take it.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay, audience is waiting. There you go.
Oh, thank you, my good people.
We'll give you applause at the end.
Thank you, my good people.
What is the top
number
10?
one.
Number one.
Have a mind that is open to everything and attached to nothing, meaning you open yourself up to the potentiality that anything is possible. And that is what we say on this show.
What do we say?
That's a possibility.
We do.
That's a possibility.
Translated to anything is possible.
Anything is possible, and that's why we ascribe to the paranormal.
There you go. Number two.
Number two, you can't give away what you don't have. So,
if you don't have love in your heart, if you don't,
exactly,
you can't give it away.
I guess that would be the most basic example of that.
Yeah.
You really can't love someone if you don't really know what it is or feel it inside.
Right. So how can you give it away?
Get that right. And instead of saying, what can I get? Like I said earlier, think about what can I give? What can I give?
Right.
Okay. And then
you ever notice when you get something, it's neat, but a lot of times, sometimes it can be embarrassing. When you receive something from someone.
Oh, it's always embarrassing.
Yeah, but the thing is, when you give, and especially you give something
where you really put some thought and consideration into it,
and the other person they open it and it's just like, oh wow, don't you get satisfaction from that?
That's better than getting a gift.
Yeah,
to me,
there's a good feeling to that, and so
it's definitely a much better feeling from where I come from.
Well, I'm especially happy if they really like it, but
it's a good feeling.
But it's like I'm giving myself a gift by the gift of love. Yeah,
absolutely, I agree.
Okay, so can I do the numbers?
Oh yes.
Oh, number 4.
No, we're on number 3.
We're number 3.
Maybe you shouldn't do the numbers.
Number 3.
Number 3. There are no justified resentments. Okay, so don't go around justifying your resentments.
Okay.
Okay?
Right.
For example, nobody ever died from a snake bite. Okay? Mm-hmm. You've been bit. Okay, that's true. You've been wounded, and you can't take that away. But you're not going to die from the bite.
Right.
From what you will die is the venom that you allow to course through your veins and throughout your body. That is what will kill you. So carrying that carrying those resentments and then justifying it, you're doing the damage to you.
Interesting.
Yes.
Now, did you make that up?
No.
Oh.
I didn't make that up.
Who?
We're talking about Wayne Dyer and his
so
philosophies.
He came up with it.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's good that you said that there.
Well, I'm trying to make it make sense
Right.
for our good listeners.
Oh, very good.
It's just putting it into like a practical, physical, term, because those resentments that you carry, that the hurt was done.
Right.
But don't you want to be free to live a happy, fulfilling, generous life?
Yeah.
If you are carrying all that baggage, if you're too busy carrying that, then what do you have to give to others that's good, that will help your life be good, to get you to that next place?
That's right. So let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Okay.
Yes.
And when you do go,
yes,
don't die with your music still in you.
there you go.
Let me tell you, I can tell you right now, Marjorie will not be dying with her music still in her.
Number 5.
Okay, sorry, you're doing the countdown. No, 5. You're on.
Is
That's
it number
good.
5?
No, you're quite correct, my love.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Yes.
Quattro. Oh no, cinque. I don't know. Okay, embrace the silence. The space in between everything is so laden with energy, and you can make of it what you will. It can all be good energy, and if it is good, it holds things together. But you gotta have that comfort for the silence and the space. Because people far too often, they need to cram every single... Have you ever been into a home where like every single corner and shelf and nook and cranny is like crammed with stuff that makes the homeowner feel as though they're fulfilled, but it just looks like a dang on mess?
I think some people really like it like that, but when I walk into a space like that, it's almost like it creates a clogging effect in my head.
Yes, it's claustrophobic and it's overcompensation on their part.
Yeah.
It's like someone who gets nervous, so they talk too much, and yet they're really not saying anything of any import at all.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So embrace silence, embrace space. That is where the magic really happens, those moments.
Can I add to that?
Oh, by all means, please do
so. Look, there's noise all around you. And it is hard to think sometimes. Sometimes if you really want to like get deep and just find a place where it's quiet. It might be your bathroom, might be a closet, might be your bedroom. Okay? It might be your church. Go sit. Don't think about anything. Just sit and just embrace the silence. Because sometimes things will come to you. Things about your life. And I think it's just a good philosophy. Sometimes just going out into nature. Just going into a park and sitting on a bench and just embracing the sounds there. Even the chirps and stuff like that. It's going to be a little noisy, but it's nature. And so if you embrace that, I think it's just good therapy for people, because people need that. People need that sense of not hearing anything. I think it's therapeutic. And I what's interesting is I found out people that I've known for a little while now do that every morning. They get up and they meditate for like 10 minutes. They find a nice quiet area of the house and they sit, no noise, nothing. They just sit and they meditate. And a lot of times it gives you clarity.
Well, because it's severing you from all the physical interruptions.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And then you're whole.
Yeah. But a lot of people feel that God actually communicates to you either through sleep or through just being quiet. being quiet and just listening. Just listening. Yeah. So anyway, that's one of the things. Okay, number 6.
Give up your personal history.
Yes.
As you move forward in life, and this is what Dr. Dyer would say, the wake doesn't make the boat go.
That's right.
The wake isn't moving the boat. So why should you let your past move you?
Right.
You need to move yourself into now.
Right.
So that you're present and clear about what's happening now.
That's a great little thing.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is a lovely analogy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Number 7. I was too loud before.
I feel like I'm at the DMV.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't solve a problem. Ooh, this is a really good one. Okay.
Yes.
And this is actually not Dr. Dyer. It's Albert Einstein.
Oh, but he's using it.
He's throwing it in the mix.
Okay, there you go.
One cannot solve a problem with the same mind that created it. You have to change your mind. Like I said earlier in our talk.
Yeah.
If you change the way you see things, the things you see will change.
Will change, yeah.
Okay, so that's a pretty simple one.
is
But it's simple, but it's important. Okay.
It's simple. Yep, she's turning the page. She wrote all this stuff down.
I did. I wrote it down for all you good folks.
She's really good this way. Marjorie is really, you were like keeping the scorecard. You're
I like to
excellent
be
that
thorough.
way.
Thank you, darling.
She's absolutely thorough on everything we do. So
we're here to try to help. And honestly, if we all this is what I really appreciate about this way of thinking is if we all can get our consciousness into the level, because God is really in all of us. And this is what I would love if people could understand. He is. He's the creator, but he's in you.
Yes.
He's with you.
Right.
He loves you. They, he, she, whatever it is, they want the best for all of us. Otherwise, they would not have taken the trouble to give us this beautiful place, this beautiful life, And for some, it's not so beautiful. For some, it's painful. For some, it's short. For some, it's far too long. But still, it is an experience that we all have to go through. And if while we're here, we can all get to that level of consciousness that is more aligned with what the Source wants for us, then we could be living in a heaven,
This could be heaven on earth.
On earth.
Yes, absolutely.
If we could all collectively get to that.
Yeah. Seems kind of an impossible task. But
I don't think it's impossible if everybody just would
lay
down there.
Yeah, I think if everybody did do that, it would be a much better place. People would be more pleasant. It would definitely be heaven on earth. So that Wayne Dyer believed that.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So here we go. So we're number. Not 8. We did 8.
No, we didn't do it.
Okay, we're doing 8. 8.
Treat yourself as if you already were what you would like to become.
Okay, repeat that.
Treat yourself as though you already are what you'd like to become.
Right. Well, that's actually.
So that means you're already there. Just get yourself there.
Yeah, just put yourself in the mindset.
Exactly.
And then you'll be there. Well, that's part of what I was talking about before.
Yes, that was what you were speaking about before.
So if your thought is basically, let's say you want to be, I don't know.
A doctor.
You could be, I think you could be whatever you want to be.
Right. I don't know. I'm just throwing that
I think
out
that, okay. But, if you're 40 years old and you really want to become a doctor, then I think if you put your mind to that, you'll find a way of making that happen. Really, even late in life, I think that can happen. There are people who've done it.
I know that there are.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
I remember one of my brothers who he is a doctor. He tried and tried and tried, and he got on the. We finally kept. There were a lot of obstacles, but he always wanted to be a doctor. Mm-hmm. Even ever since he was a small child, and people at his school when he was growing up, he said, "I want to be a doctor," and they said, "Well, you're gonna have to pick something else because that's not gonna happen." Right. Lovely, really encouraging.
And
thanks a lot.
And what did he become?
He's a doctor.
He's a doctor.
But he was trying to get into medical school again and again, and then finally he was on the wait list, and school had already come into session, and he called me and he said, "Well, I didn't get off the wait list." And I said to him that night, I said, "No, you will."
Right.
I said it with conviction that I literally, my hair standing up. I said it with my gut. I was like, I know that you will.
Yeah.
And the next night he called me and he said, guess what?
Yep. Yep. There were stories
and
like that.
And he was so convinced. He was like, nope, I'm going to try again. I'm just going to put my nose to the grindstone. I'm going to try again.
Right.
And I said, no, you won't. I know that you got in. And I just felt it.
Yeah.
And then the next day, and he got in. He won practically every award at his graduating ceremony.
There is a famous story.
And he's the loveliest doctor, by the way.
There's that story has happened over and over and over again throughout time. But I was talking about Neville Goddard. He tells a story that he desperately wanted to go to Bermuda. His family was living in Bermuda. And he had no money. It was during the Depression. And it was like he wanted to go home for the holidays. And he couldn't swing it. He couldn't make that happen. And so he basically, he had a friend, a mystical friend, who was learning from about the power of thoughts and stuff like that. And his friend said to him, no, you will be on that boat to Bermuda, just with conviction, just like what you did. Mm-hmm. And he said, so Neville said to him, he said, but I don't understand, how is that going to happen? He said, you are going to be on that boat, first class.
Wow.
And so anyway, he just totally kind of shrugged it off, and he was young at this time, and but he was learning from him, and so anyway, he a couple of weeks later he got tickets to Bermuda, and it was actually sent from a relative. It just came out of the blue. And we'd love to see you back here. You know, we have I'm sending you a ticket. We're sending you some money for, you know, if you need to get some clothes or whatever. So they sent that to him, but it wasn't first class. It was like a standby thing, and so that's all they had. So anyway, he went back to him and he said, "Well, it happened. I got tickets. It came, and I even got some money and so he's telling him, and he said, but it's going to be like I'm going to be in cargo or something. You know, I'm going to be,
steerage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so he came back to him and he said, you are going first class to Bermuda, and slammed the door on his face. And Neville didn't know what to do with that. But anyway, when he was going to take the boat trip, he got online, he gave them his ticket, and somehow he ended up in first class. He didn't ask for it. They just they said, oh, we have a cancellation, and we can seat you in first class.
Wow.
And so he couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it. So basically, he went from not going at all, not having enough money, to now all of a sudden having a ticket, having some money to buy some clothes, whatever, to get onto the boat, and then going from that to arriving there and then traveling first class. Mm-hmm. So, and so that's, after that, he was a believer. Because all that stuff happened, manifested. Mm-hmm. So, okay. So we are going to go, okay, so I'm doing the countdown here. Number 9. Yes.
Okay, so treasure your divinity. Know that you are connected to, as they say, the source. Mm-hmm. I have embraced this my whole life.
I'm embracing her now.
I love you.
Okay. Yes.
And that I have always, even in my most sad moments where I've been hurt or something horrible has happened or something really scary, I have always been braced by the fact that I know that God loves me.
Yeah.
It is like a rod of steel that just runs right through me. It's in lieu of like a spine. Mm-hmm. I have even since I was a small child.
Right.
But it cannot just be me. It's all of us.
That's right.
All of us. But if all of us believe this, then you know your worth as a person.
Well, if you believe you're a child of God, then you're of God.
We are.
And everything on this planet is of God.
Yes.
And that's what that's all about.
It's very simple.
It's very
simple.
simple.
But it's so uplifting.
Yes.
And even on just your lowest days where you're like, oh man, this is something.
Yeah.
But know that, okay.
Well, the one thing...
I know that God loves me. And you treasure that. You treasure your connection with the divine.
Yes.
Without it, you wouldn't be here.
That's right. Neville Goddard did believe in reincarnation. Before we get to the 10th one, I'm just tying this into your 9th one. He also believed that we are eternal beings that are going through an earthly experience.
Yes.
And when we're done here, we return back to that eternal experience, or that eternal being. And so...
there are people who say, well, I'm having a spiritual experience. That is to imply or infer that you are a human having a fleeting spiritual dalliance. Right. We're not that. We are spirits having a human experience.
I'm gonna just throw.
Felt that.
I'm gonna throw this out.
Throw it. Baby.
We're toward the end of the show. I can tell you that. But we got the 10th one coming up. But the one, have you ever felt at any time in your life, okay, where it's almost like you feel like you are not yourself?
Yes.
Like you are not part of this
material. Yes, especially when I was young and I had all that deja vu.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, this is not solid. Mm-hmm. I don't feel on level footing. I feel very not connected with the material.
Yeah, it's kind of a bizarre phenomenon, and I say it because it's happened to me where I'll be somewhere and all of a sudden I'll just feel like you've heard the expression, you're not comfortable in your own body.
And time ceases to be like a linear thing.
Yeah.
That's weird, isn't it?
It's a weird thing, but that would make sense, because if you are a spirit if you're a soul inhabiting this body, this spiritual being, then normally you don't separate from that until you pass. Mm-hmm. And so my thinking here is that maybe there are times where, it might be, especially stressful situations, I find that happens, where you feel like you're almost...
about to take flight.
Yeah, you feel like you're not part of this body. Mm-hmm. And that's, I think everybody's kind of...
Don't get me wrong, though, honey. I do feel that we are spirits having a human experience.
Right.
I am ever so grateful for the body that the good Lord saw fit to give me. The
Absolutely.
health and the body and
I'm thankful. Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
and I love the life that this physical life that that I've been fortunate enough to have, and I have had to fight for it many times. And,
I think a lot of people have to fight.
And lots of
Stuff.
dangerous situations that have threatened this vessel that I am so grateful for. But yes, ultimately, we are, and I believe we are spirits that will move on to that next place, or I don't know where.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't.
Let me tell you. I think
this is just stuff that I believe.
Right. I think when you're young, and we've said this before in the show, I think when you're young, you're stronger with that. You're tighter with that spiritual being. And I think later on, as life, all the hard knocks and stuff that happen, all the disappointments, there's joys too, but it's a mix. But I think there's a lot of things that happen in life that can kind of drag you down, and then you kind of forget.
Which leads us to
number 10.
Number 10.
Here we go. Blast.
That really does directly, what you just said, lead us to this. Wisdom is avoiding all the thoughts that might weaken you. Mm-hmm. We have them all day, every day. I know, I certainly do. All those disempowering thoughts that we have, if you can somehow flip it and you can empower yourself, then you are truly wise.
There you go. Wayne Dyer.
Wayne Dyer.
Wow. You should check him out. I mean,
check him out, and also his conversations with Esther Hicks,
right,
who is embodying the voice of Abraham,
yeah,
the source consciousness.
Very interesting, because there were things that he didn't even think of. Because she brings up stuff. She brings up stuff that makes him think.
He was surprised by Abraham. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So that's kind of an interesting thing. But there are books that he's done that are your erroneous zones, which is the biggest selling one.
I Can See Clearly Now.
I Can See Clearly Now is a big one too. Yeah, 20 of those were like bestsellers, I think.
But all of this thought product, and all of his talks and his videos, his books, and the whole rest of his life came from that one moment that he had at his father's grave. I mean, obviously it came from him and who he really was.
Right.
The spirit of that boy.
Yeah.
Who was bounced from foster home to foster home.
But that was the life-changing thing. I think that was the life-changing moment.
That was the watershed.
Yeah.
That pivotal moment where he realized, I can see.
Clearly now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There you go. Anyway, interesting conversation.
Very.
So check out Wayne Dyer. He's on YouTube too. There's a lot of different things. He has conversations with Oprah Winfrey, which are very interesting.
And Deepak Chopra.
Deepak Chopra, right?
And even for us, you don't have to be, listen to those higher voices. Plug into that vibration that will align you, with the source, if you can.
Yeah.
It's hard. Day-to-day life is
tough.
It's tough.
Yeah.
You open up the news feed and it's like, oh dear Lord, please save us.
Wow.
But
hey, look, we hope for the best, and we push for the best, and just think positively
and put out love.
That's it.
It's there for you.
Hey, we enjoy doing these shows for you. We have a Facebook page. Check that out. It's the Back to Paranormal podcast page. Check that out. Or go to our website, backtoparanormal.com. It's one word. So backtoparanormal.com. And we're giving away a mug. Giving away a couple of mugs this month. It's our old mugs. Say something nice about us on our Facebook page, and or if you put it on your personal page and just link it back to us. And
hey, you don't have to say something nice if there.
No, I want
criticisms are always welcome.
Are they?
Yes, that way we learn.
I don't want them.
Okay.
Write about the show. Let us know what you think. And
Okay.
the best review will get a free mug.
Okay.
How about that? Okay, we have 2 we're giving away. So the contest ends by the end of August 31st, midnight.
2025.
2025. All right, there you go. So you have anything to add?
No, my love.
Okay, we're going to have another show next week, so please come back for that. And you are very lovely, by the way.
Oh, darling, thank you.
And we just want to say we love everybody that's been listening to the show. We really appreciate you.
We really do.
We do. So we'll see you next week on another episode of
Back to Paranormal.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, and God bless you.
God bless you.